Hello, my loves, and welcome back to this week's podcast episode here on Abundant Self. I'm your host, Jules, an entrepreneur coach. I love to help you grow your social media, start an online business, work on your mindset to really become that unstoppable version that you know you deserve. And if this is like something that resonates with you, if you're like, yeah, I really do like those type of topics, then stay around, stick around, come on in, hit the follow button also if you are new here. And if you're watching on YouTube, for sure, subscribe to the channel and become a member, one of this like beautiful community, which I absolutely adore. I'm so grateful for every single comment. Also on Instagram at Coaching, you can always hit me up. We can have a chat, and yeah, it just makes me really, really happy that we get to have this as kind of like safe space where we can share and talk and just yeah, feel free to talk and to have those type of conversations. Now, in today's episode, I wanted to speak to you about something maybe not that business related, but you can also apply it to your job or to your business, and that is the importance of setting boundaries. As always, we get straight to the point. I'm not like blah, 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 and then at the end of the video, you'll get the result. No, I want to talk to you about boundaries because sometimes I think, and I see that with my clients all the time, that especially in the job, like if it's a professional environment, you want to be your best self, right? You always want to do something right. You always want to be the good girl, say the right things, do the right things. And sometimes there might be people, especially in the work environment, like if you're at a steady job, for example, your boss, colleagues, co-workers, like other people have different energies and different yeah, they're different, right? So sometimes what happens is, especially if they are above you, I do this quotation mark because no one is really above you, but for example, a boss, yeah, at the job, he might be above you because he's the boss. Sometimes what happens, and again, I see that with my clients, is that they feel intimidated to speak up, or they feel that it's okay for the boss to say this type of comment. And it's really not. It's really crossing boundaries. It's really not respecting you as a person. And that's why I want to talk about this, because I think it's super important to stress how yeah, for you personally, just important it is to stay true to yourself and speak up and say what is not okay for you. I had this again with one of my clients where she was like, well, my boss is always calling me, even if I'm off work, even if I am on vacation, even if I clocked out. And I said to her, well, this is something that you clearly did not communicate with him to not do, because he just thinks, oh, she picks up every time. Well, I might just call. Like, why not? And then he calls, and then he might be like, well, there's some more tasks to do. And she says, well, I'm on vacation, and yeah, whatever, like in the end she does it. She ends up helping her boss because she says, well, this little task, well, that little task turns out to be a 2-hour project or so. um and if you from the beginning had the boundary to just not answer your boss, or not even share your WhatsApp contact, for example, with certain people, this would not happen. So I guess it's just a little reminder for you right now to see, okay, where can I audit? As always, I love to do this like little life audits where we just reflect and think, where can I actually change something right now? Where can I have more boundaries, set clear boundaries, also communicate them clearly, say what I do not like, what I do like. And in my case, personally, and this happened to me the other day when I was shooting with a brand, and this company, it was like a whole production, a whole thing for a video clip, and they did not tell me that I had to do, certain things in the video. And it's like, this is completely kind of like crossing my boundaries. And I know that in the future, I'm not going to work with a brand anymore. And in that moment, I was like, well, you did not tell me about this beforehand. So it's just a no. And even though there were like a lot of people around, a lot of people looking, a lot of people like, yeah, sure, you can be like, sure, no problem, In my case, I just didn't feel comfortable. And I think that is also like the most important thing, especially, and it's very professional. If you are in a job environment or work situation, you have to also be comfortable. And just because it's the boss or the director or someone above, again, quotation mark, someone in the hierarchy a little bit, higher, you don't have to then always say yes. Or in general, you don't have to say yes if you don't want to. So yeah, little life audit, where do you leak boundaries? Where can you be a little bit more strict with you and with what you truly want and with what you don't want? And how can you practice it actually? Can you sit down and sit in silence and write out, okay, this happened today, this was not okay, tomorrow I'm going to speak about it, or I'm going to just make sure that this does not happen again. What I said before, and that is also something that I suggested my client, then I was like, well, turn your phone off. Turn your phone off. Do not even answer those calls from your boss if you're on vacation. I mean, come on. And I don't think like he's dying or like there's like a really, really bad emergency going on, because otherwise you would know in a different way. Like, this is your vacation time. This is your off time. Even on sick days, you deserve to rest. Otherwise you wouldn't be sick. Like, you are sick to get healthy again and to stay off your phone and to do nothing but get healthy again. So, and cure yourself. So yeah, a different episode. I, as always, love to speak about so many different things on here on the podcast, from mindset to personal development to manifestation, of course, and all the business things, the social media, the entrepreneurship. So thank you for being here. Thank you for always coming back to listening one more time, supporting the show, leaving a like, a comment if you're watching on YouTube. And other than that, I'd be so appreciative if you could share this episode with someone else, a friend, or even put it on your stories. Tagging me would be incredible. Now, don't forget to leave that 5-star review on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, and I see you very, very soon next week. Bye.